Shomai and croeso back to Two Welsh Dads. Today we're talking about something a bit different. Moon circles, quiet nights, and those moments when the world slows down and you actually get a second to breathe. Parenting can be loud, but sometimes the calm finds you under the moon. Shomai, Glyn, a big welcome to you today. How are you?
Shwmae, very good. Diolch.
Episode 19, one
I
away from
know,
20.
gonna
That's
hit those big
a mile.
numbers,
That's a milestone.
double digits.
Double digits. Some might call it a moonstone, which I think we'll be touching upon later.
We will
Little,
with that introduction.
oh, moonstone 20th episode coming
I
tomorrow.
know
Tomorrow,
I've
next week.
thrown this one out there because someone mentioned something, and I said I gotta at least touch on it, and Stefan has no idea what's happening. Do
No,
you? No,
no, nothing.
no.
Moon circles. I can hazard a guess if you want.
No, no. Let's start with mindful moment, and then you can
Okay.
hazard your guess.
Yeah, yes, that's fine. Okay, we'll do that. Okay.
Okay.
Whew.
Mindful moment, because I don't think we've done a good one for a while. So let's try and bring it back for all those
Shot fired.
people, for all those people tuning in
Oh,
who
wait,
haven't.
I'm sorry. Can I stop you before we start?
Yeah.
I forgot to mention in the intro to grab a cuppa. So, guys, if you're listening at home, feel free to grab yourself a cuppa. Sorry for those who are driving, unless you have a travel mug, which I do. Oh, also, I'd like to give a shout out to my friend JD, who's listening. Hey, JD, we did it! Almost at episode 20! Wow! Sorry, carry on. Oh, yeah, I got a friend who listens. True story. Yes,
No
we have at
way.
least one listener.
JD and Dad.
JD's a girl.
Well, you said guys. Is that an inclusive term?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm,
JD's a girl's name.
it's a one of those stories that it's not, so to speak. Folks is the most inclusive term that I've come to, is
Okay.
folks.
Oh,
So do you want
what's
to try that again, Stefan?
okay? Um, my dear friend JD, it's nice to have you listening. It's wonderful that you're a part of the team. At least one listener listening to us. That's all that matters. As long as we reach one person, I think we're doing our job. Also, I didn't mention folks at all, so
I
haha,
know.
checkmate. Power move. I think I won that battle. Yep. Carry on. Your move, Glyn. Your move.
Okay. Okay. Well, for any folks or any people who are
Oh,
listening
guys.
out there, guys, girls, whoever is listening and are willing to join us on this journey, all are welcome. And yeah, so mindful moment. I don't think we've done a good one in a while, and I think it's always important as parent or anyone who's willing to listen, just take a moment, forget all the busy things that are going on in your life, and just try and ground, center yourself, and give yourself this time, give yourself this, whatever you're using this as, a relaxation, a distraction. Give yourself this time to utilize and calm your nervous system down, really. So, with the theme, the moon, I guess something to touch on if you're listening and it's nighttime wherever you are. Um, I guess notice the quiet that might have um, taken over your household. Everyone's gone to sleep, everyone's fallen to sleep. And even if you open your front door, the world seems quieter and calming down, ready to revitalize before the next day. If it's daytime, of course, wherever you're listening. I guess notice the surroundings around you, um, the life, the light, the daylight, and whatever surroundings you're in, just notice those sounds, Notice the environment that you're in, the lights, the noise, the temperature, and just take one slow inhale in and just let it out gently. Because I don't know if it's the same for you, Steph, but parenting can feel non-stop sometimes.
Big time, big time.
But
Until
these
they go.
moments, yeah, exactly. These
Mm,
moments are important.
yes. Yeah, I feel like they're too fleeting. They come and they go like that. Just like weekends, just like holidays.
Oh,
There's never enough time. And
yeah.
because at this time of night, it's like, right, kids are asleep. Finally, I can watch what, half an hour of TV, and then I've got to do the dishes that I've messed and all the other cleaning. So, yeah,
No way. Are you a watch TV then do dishes kind of guy?
no, I'm not really. I'm the
Oh,
other way. Yeah,
oh,
I'm
okay.
the
I was like,
dishes
wow,
first.
take your hat off. If you could relax and then go back to the task, I don't think I could
Yeah,
do
I
that.
don't know why I did it in that order. No,
Oh, okay.
it's more the other way around. But
Yeah, yeah. Especially at that time, it feels like more of a thing because you've run out of time in the day. So you just got to do it and then you can relax.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Sometimes I'll just leave it though. That doesn't sound great, does it, to
Mm,
say in front of everyone?
we'll do it.
Do we?
Yeah,
Yes. The answer to that, yes, we
yeah.
do. Yes, we do. Well then, can I tell you something special? It's my guess.
Jodie's been listening.
JD, JD has
JD,
been with me.
JD.
JD,
Apologies.
JD. Yes. Well, on top of JD listening, I have a guess. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah. About tonight. Yeah, yeah. Go for it.
moon circles. I'm
Yeah,
thinking it's something to do with, you know how it's a full moon, and I know it might be an old wives' tale, but full moons are when people go a bit crazier.
yeah,
Well, I know my mother, who was a nurse, and she did tell me that during full moons, people genuinely did act crazier, and I think she was being pretty genuine about it.
mm,
So my theory is that moon circles have something to do with our moods and how if we track the moon and its passage, we can then dictate how other people would act, how our children will act, and how we can react to them. Am I on the correct lines?
yeah, yeah. I think that's a nice summary.
Did I just nail it?
Lunatics.
Did I just nail it without knowing what moon circles is?
I think someone said something, and I'm still trying to make sense of it. Exactly
Let
what
me
it
yeah.
means. But you're on
Let
the
me,
same sort of path. But I could be
okay.
a little bit more precise.
Okay. Divulge.
So you're talking about lunatics. So full
Well,
moon, werewolf story, people go
not,
crazy,
not
accidents
so much,
happen.
not so much lunatics, but people acting a bit different.
But that's where that word comes from, being a lunatic. So when it's full moon, and that's also where that story of werewolves come out of,
Yeah,
is that
yeah,
people go a bit.
but, yeah. But yeah, again, I'm just talking about people acting slightly different. But yes, sorry, carry on.
No, yeah, no, I agree. The etymology of lunatic is that full cycle thing. So not
Like,
putting any other meaning on it.
what
Uh,
with my mouth? Oh, by the way, let me tell you about the etymology of lunatic.
well, it just means
You have to throw that in, didn't
people
you?
people acted a lot more crazy at the
So
full
what?
moon, which is what your mother's talking about. I'm backing up your mother.
Thanks, thanks. I'm sure she'd like that. Janice, her name is. Shout out to Jan.
She listening as well?
I don't know. I don't think so. Probably not.
No? She doesn't
No,
deserve a song.
she doesn't. Oh, that
Let's edit her name out then and use some other nurse. No, I'm joking.
I don't know many nurses these days.
No,
Not really. I'm sure you know plenty in your field.
true, but no one's spoken to me about lunatics. I'll have to ask them next
Oh.
time, see if they also can corroborate your mother's story.
Did you know the word Luna comes from lunatic? No, wait. I mean, lunatic comes from the word Luna. Yeah, it's some great etymology there.
Great etymology. What would we do without you?
I might throw some quotes in later as well.
Oh, yeah, from some of your friends.
So, also, guys, we had a like on one of our videos, and it was from a quote that I said about trees. I don't want to
Yeah,
bore you with it right now, but I'll put the video right here if I know how. There, or maybe in the links down below. Put it there too.
get it in
So
there.
I'm side questing again with all of these etymologies and references.
Too many
Cartoon,
to mention.
so so many,
So many to mention.
so full of
We just
etymology right now.
put that on the screen as well. Stefan's etymology of the week
Ah, maybe that could be a feature. The etymology of the week.
by
Wow.
Stefan.
Okay. I'll have to
Uh,
look it up.
you're
I'll
working
find
on
out.
it for next week.
Hmm. I'll have to learn what etymology means first. Ha!
Maybe we can
That's
do an
okay.
etymology of etymology because I
Wow,
don't know that.
Glenn, you've just broken the third wall.
Yeah, I don't know the etymology of etymology, to be fair.
Do you know what the etymology of the etymology is?
No, do you?
Yeah, breaks the internet. That's what that does.
You're gonna have to look that up for next week. That's your task.
Of course, I'd love to get ready.
Anyway,
Get ready for next week. I'm definitely going to remember to do that.
anyway, Janice the nurse thinks that werewolves are a thing in hospitals. Correct?
No, that's not what I said. I just mentioned that she thought that people acted different. That's
Yeah.
all.
So
Yeah.
that is true. And I think it's an old wives' tale, but it's also statistically true. But we have no real understanding of why that's true. And I've heard of that, and I've also seen that. And my interpretation of that is that we know the moon has an effect on the sea,
Yeah.
gravitational pull, and the sea
Does.
is majority water, and we are also majority water.
Sorry. Carry on.
Well, there's a lot of fish and other compounds and things in the sea. Salt. Some seas are high salinity, so not
Whoa.
all seas are the same.
Whoa.
But what we can agree on is
Majority
most of
water.
it is water.
It's blowing my mind, Glenn. Yeah.
Most of it's water,
And we're
and we're
mostly
mostly
water.
water. Do you know how much of us is water?
75%.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about 60, 70%. 50 to 70, depending on who we are. I think it's mostly children that are a higher percentage towards the 70. But it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? If the moon can have an effect on the sea, which a massive body of water, and other things,
And salt.
and salt, and fish, and mammals,
Seaweed.
and invertebrate seaweeds,
A lot of rubbish out there too.
a lot of microplastics.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's not get into this in this episode.
One day we will. We need to talk about the oceans and how we should clean them.
We do. How it's a carbon sequester, how we really should look after it. But anyway, big body water, way big body water. So it kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
I've heard this before, you know.
Well,
Everything you just mentioned, it's like deja vu. It's like a glitch
yeah,
in the matrix. Have you mentioned this before?
I've heard this before. So you probably heard this before, and probably our listeners have heard before. I get onto the bit that I never heard before
Oh, wait, wait, wait.
or thought of before.
If you've heard of this before, drop a comment
Drop a
and
comment.
subscribe to the channels. Sorry, let's give us the big reveal, Glyn.
Okay. So I feel like if I threw a question out to you and to the audience, I'd expect an answer, which is if you thought the moon affected males or females more,
Mm,
which one would you say it affects mostly, males or females?
I would say both the same.
Both the same? Oh, okay. Oh, you thrown out my thing.
Saws.
No, that's fine. But in my thing, I thought it was going to be women. Don't know why.
It's to do with testosterone, isn't it? Yeah.
What are you going to say?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't got a good answer, but I think the world is a mysterious place full of these questions that need answering, and I think you should tell us. What do you think? Is it testosterone? Was I right?
It is testosterone. It's also cortisol that I think is linked to how testosterone and estrogen is released.
I believe
And
cortisol is a stress hormone. So
yeah.
cortisol is released when you're stressed, and it induces the flight or fight mechanism in a person. So I thought I'd throw an etymology at you there.
So I got told this a while
Okay.
ago, and I've been a little bit fascinated by it. And I've been looking, and I'm biased, and I wish there was a way of looking at it in a non-biased way. But a full moon,
Yeah.
men are supposedly more affected
Yeah.
statistically. So me being me, I'll have looked at published journals, the peer-reviewed, highly literature. You can look, I can try and send you those links. And it seems to be the thing that men are affected more than women at the full moon. But the
Yeah.
interesting thing is it it affects men in increasing cortisol, dropping down testosterone, so we feel we don't get as good sleep. We're more irritable and almost a little bit more
I
sad.
do. I think I know what the answer to this is.
What?
The moon is sexist towards men. That's what it is. That's what it is. Sexism shouldn't be a
Uh,
thing, Moon. 2026, y'all. So, do you think that could be the answer? That
maybe,
the moon is sexist? Do you think
maybe.
the moon is a sentient being? Do you think it
Have you
has
ever
feelings?
noticed? Have you ever noticed your moods shift throughout the month?
No,
Never.
no.
Daily?
Yes,
And there's no pattern.
there's a pattern. There is a pattern. Whether I have sleep, whether I've eaten well, whether I'm annoyed by something else, there's a difference. It's more tangible, day-to-day things as opposed to something that I've measured in.
By the universe. Oh, yeah.
I don't know anything. No, it's not. It's not that I'm disputing it. It's
No,
just, it's just I haven't measured it. I haven't really thought about it to any great depth. Perhaps I should. Perhaps I should have a look next time it's moony. Well, next time there's a full moon, or moony as it likes to be called.
I am
Check out.
exactly the same as you. I didn't do it and I still don't do it, but I just noticed a pattern that
What
I
kind
was
of pattern?
like, so
You
I feel like I am more so it's one of those things that is a joke now for the last couple of months since someone told me it, and I was like, really? I, being a scientist and someone tell me something, I would have like, yeah, fuck
refute them?
off. But now I've seen it, I'm like, I kind of want to see if other people feel the same way, that you can actually see a pattern throughout a lunar cycle or just a month. And again, I will put this down to psychology, that it might just be a nice way to check in with your emotions.
Mhm.
And you can use it as a like a check-in, same as like you could just use a normal Gregorian calendar month, just going, oh, start the month, whatever. Or you could believe in that next level of I have no idea why, but maybe there is like a circadian rhythm that we know that happens with our sleep, a circadian rhythm to us that can help us understand ourselves a little bit more.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I say.
I know.
Maybe it goes higher. Maybe there's a higher power controlling this. What do you think of that? God, that's what I'm talking
Well,
about. Our
we're
Lord and Savior.
gonna get
So maybe God's controlling our moods through the moon, because God also created the moon. So mic drop.
just watch our viewership go up in America.
So yeah, I don't know. I think honestly, I haven't noticed anything. Uh, Nothing I've noticed in my whole life. Nothing to do with mood. Nothing to do with the moon.
So this is where I put the two-pronged approach. It could be bullshit, but there's something nice
There's,
and
okay, I would say it's good to believe and have this thing, and once that idea is planted in your head, then you're more likely to believe it. But I'm just saying, I've been alive for 36 years now, and I haven't noticed any difference.
have you checked in with yourself?
Have I checked in with myself?
Yeah.
I do every morning. I always go through when I'm driving. I'll say, it's going to be a great day. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be positive. I have to tell myself, yes, everything's great. I'm going to be fantastic. I keep telling myself that, and eventually you'll believe that. So does that count as checking in?
I don't know. I feel like that's like a part of a daily routine of just like manifesting a good day, which is also important, having
I
that
forgot.
routine.
I
But
forgot the word for manifest. Yes, that was.
about acknowledging what you feel. Like some days you'll be low energy, some days you'll be medium energy,
Yeah,
some
I
days
don't
you'll be
need to
pumped as
acknowledge it
fuck.
though. You know what I mean? I don't need to. Why would I acknowledge it? Who would I not? Would I acknowledge it to myself?
Yeah.
I would already know if I'm moody or if I'm upset.
Let's use the gym analogy.
I love the terminology.
Let's
Yeah.
use the gym analogy.
Okay.
Not every day
Yeah.
does one go for a PB.
Okay. Yeah. With you so far?
One has to be like primed, pumped,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
mentally prepared.
Got you.
So like having a check-in going, is today a PB day?
Right.
That's the same sort of thing.
I'm not following.
So, you wake up Monday
Yeah.
and you go, you know what, I'm a little lethargic, I had a heavy weekend.
Uh huh.
I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna have a good day. I'm doing my affirmations and
Uh huh.
manifestations of the day. Gonna be a
Yeah.
good day. But it's
Yeah.
not PB day.
It's not
Because
PBD.
a bit low energy, long weekend.
So
Tuesday changes a bit, and you're like, oh, maybe, yeah, I'll go a bit harder. Thursday comes
yeah.
around, and you're
Yeah.
pumped as fuck for the weekend. You have a hump day, and
Yeah.
you're like, today's the day.
Today's the day for
Not that
my.
this happens every week, but
How does PBing? I know PBing is an analogy here, but
is
an analogy for what?
for a high energy day. So check-in, a mental check-in, is that you acknowledge that today's not a
Yeah.
PB day. Today's a low energy day.
Today,
You're still going to
today,
go in and smash it as much
today
as
is
you
not.
can, but you know you can't
Around
smash
this.
it.
I can't get my head around this. So, am I being dumb, or is it just taking me longer to realize and
No,
understand?
it's always the teacher's fault when people can't understand. So it's it's my fault for not explaining my analogy.
Didn't want to say anything.
If you're checking in with yourself every
I'll be saying
morning
too.
or throughout the
Yeah,
month, you're checking in
yeah,
with yourself, you'll have
okay,
low, medium, high energy days, whatever. There'll
yeah.
be variances, but
Mhm,
acknowledging that it's a
mhm,
low energy day does not prevent you from doing your best,
mhm. Yes,
but it does prevent you from getting a PB.
yes.
So in doing your affirmations, driving your car, etc., great,
Uh,
but also like an appreciation of, I'm not really gonna. I'm gonna smash it as best I can, but I'm never gonna like smash it,
Right.
and that's okay.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, kind of.
So
Kind
a
of.
check-in is being realistic and being kind to yourself. Of going, this is where I am. I know this isn't me forever. I've had a hard week. I've had a hard
Oh,
day.
I totally have checked in. I check in all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, quite often, in fact.
So have you noticed any patterns throughout the month?
No.
Do it. Let me know.
Okay.
What you
Remind me
should
though.
do is just write down your energy level for like 3 months, and then you send it to me, and I'll cross-check it with what the moon's doing.
There's so many external factors in this. It's going to be really difficult to. There
Gut
is.
gut
Hmm?
feeling. I'm just going,
That's just it. Do you know the gut natural microbiome? That has an effect on your mood. There's so many different
does
factors.
does.
So yeah,
But
there's
we're
a lot
looking
of.
for a pattern throughout the month.
Mine will be like this, up and down, up and down.
But maybe it'll be like boop, boop, boop.
Okay, I'm willing to try. I'm sorry, I'm being negative towards your ideas here. Maybe I need to
Anything
try.
though.
Oh,
But the
but
other
if
thing is that you don't have to link it to the moon. It's just nice to have something to link it
I thought that was
to
I thought that
make
was
it
the point.
routine.
Right. So the moon, full moon,
You can
is
use the moon, but you can also just use the
checking time.
calendar. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. Well, ain't no harm in trying. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gives you some new excuses. I'm like, no, full moon, can't be bothered.
Full moon. Bad day today. Sorry, kids. You're on microwave nuggets today. I don't even think that's a thing. That's not a thing. There's no such thing. There probably is a microwave nugget. In fact, I'm
You can
sure.
microwave a nugget,
Yeah, sounds pretty
surely.
good.
Yeah.
I reckon a microwave nugget
Not
sounds
too
pretty
long
good.
though. Those will turn rubber.
Like the McDonald's chips. You don't want to
Like
be microwave.
anything over microwave, don't it? They all turn
Yeah.
rubbery. And,
Apparently, there's been research being put out quite recently about how microwaves destroy the
yeah.
nutritional value in your food. That's why cooking on a stovetop tends to be more. It doesn't destroy the micro and macronutrients in your
What do you
food.
think about air fryers?
Yeah. Well, I've got two different ideas on air fryers. One is
Yeah.
good and one is bad. Okay, I'll start off with the bad,
Balanced.
balanced, and then I'll start off bad and then give you the good as a dessert for your badness. Okay,
Okay. Yeah. Hit
so
me.
badness. So you've got forever chemicals in the bottom of the air fryer that rub off
Yeah.
onto your food when they get into you. They basically stay in your system forever,
Yeah.
and also it's um I think that's probably the main negative when it comes to it. I guess you can probably solve that with foil, but you don't want to cover the bottom because you want to cover the very bottom because if you cover the top, then the air doesn't go around it. What's good about it is they're damn convenient and they're easy to use and they're very, versatile. Basically, cook anything in them. But yeah, what is your thoughts on air fryers? Also, what are your thoughts on quite recently they entered a digital age limit on entering certain sites where you'd have to show ID. Yes, that's that's a thing. What- I mean,
Oh,
I,
what? What? Give me some
I,
examples of
I mean,
sites.
I mean, something I heard on the radio is what they're doing. So yeah, what do you think of that?
Uh, air fryers to you porn, just like that.
I did said nothing of you porn. Don't be mine.
Which
Let's run
which
back.
one do you want me to answer first?
Let's go air fryer.
Air fryer. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. It's uh, definitely more healthy than a microwave. I think to me, if you've got a non-stick pan, it's exactly the same as an air fryer for that kind of
Mm,
possibility of entering.
Yeah.
chemicals into your food supply. It's what you put in the air fryer is the most important for me. Like if you're
As in,
still cooking microwave meals in an air
yeah.
fryer,
Okay, yeah, that makes. Well, yeah, it's long term as opposed to more short term with bad foods
all guilty. I love an air fryer, and I very rarely use a microwave these days.
to
But I think
to.
that's just a shift in society, or maybe my eating habits. I don't know. I don't eat that
I think
many microwavey
definitely.
stuff.
Well, I think a lot of people now are moving to glass Tupperware as opposed to plastic Tupperware because of the fear
Mm,
of reheating the plastic causes microplastics to leach into your food, which I'm now a glass Tupperware guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember pull that plastic lid off when you microwave it?
Do I remember pulling it off?
Yeah.
Always.
I was wondering because there's normally a rubber slash plastic
Always.
seal on the glass lid. So I was like,
Any
surely
plastic
you
not
should
going in my
have to pull
microwave.
that off.
I
Yeah.
thought that was a given.
Why
Right?
it spits then, no, doesn't it? So it's kind of a catch-22. Do you want to spit in the microwave, especially if it's a work microwave? You don't want to dirty everyone's mic.
Joke,
Yeah.
joke.
Like, oh,
Any work friends
sorry,
listening?
sorry, JD, Jody,
JD, JD, who I don't work
JD.
with,
Oh, okay, got you.
regular friend.
Regular friend.
I mean, non-work based friend. Regular. I've got other friends than you.
No way.
So popular.
We're definitely gonna get a like off her for
JD,
this episode.
I hope so. Make sure you like now, JD.
Comment and subscribe.
Yeah.
The
What
other
was that?
question, what was the question? What do I think about it?
Digital IDs.
Digital IDs for porn?
Well,
Or
originally what they did was they released the age verification on these sites, so you'd have to show some sort of ID first before you can enter them. And then they entered into a new place where they wanted to release or get everybody to get digital IDs. And I think there's been a bit of a U-turn on that, but I also think that there's a deeper and probably more worrying thing going on in the background. Probably shouldn't mention anything. It's all conspiracies at this point. What do you think?
wow, kind of want to know what you're thinking. But
We'll get
for
demonetized. Not that I'm getting any money anyway. So,
you can say
fuck 'em.
whatever you want then.
Yeah, pretty much.
For me, um, so I think there's also a movement about social media with children, right?
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
Australia has
yeah.
banned social media. The UK is thinking of banning social media. So it's all part of that kind of package.
Yeah.
Um, I think this could be a whole episode, and frankly, be really cool to get someone who's an expert on this field on. But
Yeah.
there needs to be a dialogue, and it's
Yeah.
always that case of in all the work that I do, one of the strongest tools a government has is to try and dis um, disincentivize people to using things. If you think about smoking, if you think about alcohol, that's the strongest tool a government has. That's what they often use in public health. And we're kind of talking about public health, right? Safety, public safety.
Yeah.
Whether it's right or wrong, I think there's cases where it's been very successfully implemented.
Yeah.
I
Agreed.
think there's cases where it's been terribly implemented. I think
Mm.
there's been cases where there's been absolutely zero evidence for the implementation. And on this occasion, I never looked into it um, because I guess it doesn't affect me yet. My children don't have electronic devices.
Okay. Sweet.
But I
Yeah.
could just
Well,
get a VPN, right?
you can, of course. Yeah. So your needs are met. Uh, wait a second. I think we've veered off course here. We're supposed to be two Welsh dads, and now we're talking about VPNs. Oh no. How do we get back on track?
Well, we were talking about moon cycles, but I think there's an interesting episode that we can circle back around to, and I'll see if we can get anyone on who
Maybe.
might know better than us.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know much about it. I think we might need
Ch
to.
Children's safety on the internet is definitely something that I don't think anyone really knows what to do.
Hmm, it's a tricky one.
It is a tricky one.
Yeah.
And again, I could give you my own personal experiences of being a child, growing up with the internet and the dangers
Yeah.
of it.
Are we
And I
talking about
imagine it's
people
10, 20. Well, I've never experienced that, thankfully, but I know people who have.
we contacted
Um,
when they were a minor?
yeah,
Right. Yeah.
and it was very early on, just the dial up internet.
Oh,
Um, so from
well,
my
pretty scary.
experience, huh?
It's pretty scary.
It's it's a terrifying thing because you can access the world, right? And anyone in the world can also access you. So it is scary. So there needs to be something, but also it's one of those things that you kind of same with everything in there. It's empowering the next generation to deal with these things that they're going to have to encounter, but also protecting them.
Mm.
Same as any public health measure of going, no matter how much I could disincentivize smoking, you're still going to come across a smoker at some point that's going to make you question, going, that looks cool, right? So it doesn't matter what you talk about when it comes to these sorts of things. You can use any example. The same is true that you've got to find that balance that works for you and your child, that you can not totally protect them, because that's impossible as a
Yeah.
parent,
I
but
guess the thing
protect
about
them as much as you can in a healthy way.
yeah, I think having a good communication with your children works. You know,
Yeah. And
being
following the moon cycles.
following those moon cycles as well. I think we can learn a lot from the moon,
Yeah,
mainly through its cycling, self-checking, and
exactly.
moons. Yeah.
When will
To
your child have an electronic device?
has my child got one? Is
Have
that what
they?
you think? Have they?
Have
Yeah.
they? They
Well,
have.
they've got
When did they have one? What age?
a couple of years ago,
What's that? Like seven,
six,
six,
five. Yeah,
6, 5. One like a phone or a tablet?
like a tablet that they would
Oh,
watch
okay.
cartoons on.
But
Yeah,
like it's parentally guidance or
yeah,
whatever, locked.
kind of. Yeah, we've got YouTube Kids,
Yeah.
and it's
Oh, okay.
essentially yeah,
Yeah.
so it's cartoon-based things, and they essentially being monitored. The anything that goes on YouTube Kids, so it's pretty safe, I hope.
Mm.
Um, and I remember a long time ago, there was a thing where people would be playing Peppa Pig episodes, and something scary would pop up halfway through. So that's a
No,
thing. Yeah.
no,
Would you not? Well, are you thinking about giving your children devices then? Or was that a no?
not not yet. Not like ultimate roam of them. Like they get to take them away and play with them on their own yet. It'll happen, but I haven't thought about it.
Yeah, no, I guess my kids are slightly older.
Yeah,
With, different. It'll happen to you, I'm sure.
it'll happen.
It'll happen.
They have access, but also it's kind of so here's a great thing that I've also noticed. What they watch
Hmm.
so much has an impact on
They,
um,
how they act.
how they act, what they want to be. So my daughter, we went on holiday for 2 weeks, and she got obsessed with Bob the Builder.
Nice.
Never been before. She's in school. Princesses.
Oh, big change.
2 week holiday, obsessed with Bob the Builder.
What happened?
She was obsessed with tractors and because Wendy's the builder on the modern Bob the Builder. So I guess you
Hmm.
can see a woman builder, so it's like accessible. That's what she was obsessed with. Goes
Oh,
back to
that's
school
cool.
and slowly just losing that and becoming princess obsessed again. And it's just
Oh,
crazy what you expose your children to. You can't be what you can't see.
yeah,
So
that's
that's
so cool.
so
Yeah.
that's a thing of not so much control, but being wary of what the diversity of things they get to experience is really important, I think. That they get to see everything and they also get exposed to the things that maybe, isn't normal for
Oh, yeah.
their friendship groups or whatever.
Yeah, true. If you think about when we were their age, about what we would experience, basically we'd watch what Saturday morning cartoons,
Mm.
CITV after school, and if you imagine the difference in what they would be able to watch now compared to what we can watch.
Well, I don't think we even had like career-based programs, if that makes sense. We had kind of like funny cartoons, like Recess, and we had
Yeah,
like the Roadrunner. There was nothing like Bob the Builder.
yeah,
There
it was
was
Bob back
nothing.
then, wasn't it?
They came out a bit later. Postman Pat, I guess. Yeah, and Simon Sam. Simon Sam. Fireman Sam.
Simon Sam,
I was trying to do the Welsh one. Sam
Sam,
Tan. Yeah, I know, and then for some
Simon
reason it
Sam,
was Simon Sam.
Simon Sam,
Ah,
Simon Sam.
Simon
Yeah,
Sam. Yeah, I guess so. And did I want to be a fireman? Probably at some point.
I think I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
Simon would be cool. Yeah.
Postman. I'm not sure
Postman.
about postman.
I can
I
imagine
kind of
being.
wanted. I always wanted to be a postman when I was at university. That was when I really wanted to be a postman
Any particular reason why?
because I used to watch them outside my window while I was revising at like 6 a.m. And they
Yeah,
were just
really.
there in their shorts in the sunshine, walking down the street, happy as Larry, or at least that's how I
Yeah,
saw them. And I was like, what I'd give to be outside right now.
does seem quite nice to be fair. I
Mm,
guess is as with most jobs, you're probably just seeing the best bit
yeah,
of it.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure there's
exactly.
a lot of faffing around with putting letters in certain places and reading addresses properly, and yeah, you're just seeing the
Mm.
best bit.
Grass is always greener.
Well, that's it. Yeah, the grass is always greener on the other side. Well, I think we've covered quite a bit today.
We have.
I like the moon cycle talk. That was good. I might have gone off topic a bit there.
We did, but circling back around to that, I think my message isn't that you don't have to anchor it to the moon, but I think having something throughout your busy schedule to anchor a check-in to, like once a month, once a week, whatever it is, it can be, every Friday I have a check-in, every day at 9 a.m. I have a check-in, every full
Yeah.
moon I have a check-in. It's important to have that kind of like routine check-in to go, okay, life's a bit crazy right now. I need to look after myself.
That's true. I think I do that naturally without thinking.
You know?
Yeah. It's like, oh, I don't feel 100% today. Perhaps I'll go sit on the couch for a while.
Nice.
Yeah. Right
What do
then.
people in work say? Get off the couch, self. That's
Smooth. Smooth. That would have been a good one if you pulled it off.
I'm messing up names
Oh,
though.
nice. Simon, Sam,
Simon
Sophie,
Simon Soap.
Simon,
Uh,
Sam. Right then. Shall I hit us with an outro? Or do you want to do it?
are we meant to do something before we do that? We're just gonna smash our
Are
outro.
we are we doing a mindful moment to finish off? Is that,
Yeah. Have you got
okay.
one?
No. I can make one up if you want.
I I think to link it back to the first thing, I think having a check-in, find something in your busy routines that you can have a deeper check-in, even if you think you're checking in with yourself, which we all do.
Hmm.
Find a moment to have a deeper check-in to see where you're truly at.
Do you know what? I feel like if I did that, I would become lazier, you know? I would say things like, well, I'm feeling tired. I'm feeling a bit lethargic and not very motivated. Maybe I should give myself some self love,
But have
perhaps some,
you ever thought about why you're tired and lethargic?
yeah, work mainly. Kids, work, or sleep.
True.
The golden triangle, the trifecta. And yes, yeah, you could probably mitigate those things. But, you know,
Not mitigated. I think the work thing's an interesting one because I think stress of work, tiredness of just mundane blah 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 blah, traveling to work, going to work, etc. But when there's stressful things, how can you manage those? Is a great
mm,
thing.
hmm, yeah, that's a thing.
And the kids just
Just have to roll with it.
roll with them.
Roll with it. Or, you know, shut up! Joke. Get the
Shut up!
eyebrow.
It's the full moon.
Yeah. Excuse me. Well, everyone,
Ah,
diolch for joining us for this reflective chat where you find peace in nature, a late night walk, or just a quiet cup of tea. We hope you take a moment for yourself, scrolling down this week. Hwyl pawb. Goodbye. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Join us for the milestone episode 20, where I will give you one awesome reference and everything else that I promised that I do in this episode that I've already forgotten. Glenn, remind us, what was I supposed to do?
reference.
Reference. Go
Reference.
out there and be great. Wales. Like and
Thanks,
subscribe.
Jody, for liking and subscribing.
I believe her name is JD. I might be wrong. I might have been saying it wrong all these years. After I'll have to ask her to check it on herself.
Thanks very much for tuning in. What's
Thanks,
that?
Jody.